There's a lot of things that happen here in Congress, and many of them waste the American people's hard-earned tax dollars. But one of the most outrageous waste of hard-earned tax dollars has been the Russian collusion hoax led by Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff lied to the American people by leading the fake Russian witch hunt against President Trump. He weaponized the House Intelligence Committee to abuse all principles of due process and perpetuate the lies of Russia collusion. And he did that on the media over and over again. His committee conducted approximately 53 interviews during its 2017-2018 Russia probe. These transcripts from the Director of National Intelligence, former Obama Attorney General, former Deputy Attorney General, and the FBI Director, among others, proved that there was zero direct evidence of criminal conspiracy.
Today's hearing turned into absolute fireworks. Adam Schiff sat in stunned silence as Marjorie Taylor Greene and Harriet Hageman dismantled him in front of the entire committee. What unfolded wasn't just a clash of ideas, it was a total humiliation for Schiff. Make sure you click that subscribe button right now so you don't miss any of these explosive moments.
Not only refused to release these interview transcripts, but he also continued to peddle lies to the American people that Russia interfered in the election. He falsely claimed that Russians offered help, the campaign accepted help, the Russians gave help, and the president made full use of that help when referring to allegations between President Trump and Russia during the 2016 election. In November 2020, he specifically asked Twitter to take action against spreaders of misinformation by removing content that questioned his baseless claims of Russian collusion. The biggest spreader of misinformation was Adam Schiff. As we know, the Mueller report determined there was no criminal collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. Thanks to the Durham report, we know now the entire Russian hoax was bought and paid for by Hillary Clinton and the DNC. During the probe, Schiff also abused his position on the Intel Committee and violated civil liberties by subpoenaing phone records from AT&T and a former Republican colleague on entirely baseless claims. His lies and abuse of power continued during the sham. Hollywood produced January 6th committee witch hunt, where him and his staff doctored a text message between Representative Jim Jordan and former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows to deliberately manipulate information presented to the American people. What a lie. He displayed a graphic of a text message which cut a sentence in half and eliminated the final two paragraphs of a detailed legal summary that were contained in the original text message. He did this to peddle more lies to the American people and perpetuate the fake narrative that January 6th was an insurrection, and it was not. And now Adam Schiff is running for Senate.
Gentlewoman yields to...
Thank you.
How much time?
1 minute.
One more minute.
One more minute. Gentlewoman's recognized.
Thank you. And now Adam Schiff is running for Senate in California. Now, California has a lot of things messed up, and California is not the model that the United States needs. As a matter of fact, their government policies are atrocious. So if California decides to send Adam Schiff to Senate, they will be sending a proven liar, and that's what he's aiming to do. Raise money off of being a liar and running for Senate. I yield back the remainder of my time.
Gentleman from Wyoming, Representative Hagman.
Gentlewoman's recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I take my duties as Wyoming's lone congressional representative very seriously, and my obligation to be honest and trustworthy is the foundation of my ability to carry them out. This privileged resolution isn't about politics. It is about the seriousness of being honest and forthright as a member of Congress and upholding the oath of office that we all take upon being sworn in. It is true that the gentleman from California wouldn't be the first member of Congress to exaggerate or stretch the truth, but willfully lying about serious issues our country has faced is something entirely different. And claiming that a sitting president has committed what amounts to treason is beyond simple hyperbole. There's lies led to the wasting of millions of taxpayer dollars for unnecessary investigations and the deflection of our attention from the most pressing issues at hand to focus on a made-up crisis. This member's actions were designed to delegitimize the 2016 election and to hamstring the Trump administration. For all the talk about not accepting the election results in 2020, perhaps Democrats and the media, which are mostly one and the same, might want to look at their actions in 2016. To make matters worse, this representative perpetuated these lies while he was chair of the House Intel Committee and consistently implied, if not outright stated, that he had inside information. In that capacity, he lied about how the FBI and DOJ obtained and renewed a FISA warrant. The FBI and DOJ officials did not omit material information from the FISA warrant. How the DOJ used the Steele dossier, what was collected via the FISA warrant, the FBI's vetting process for the Steele dossier, that he had an alleged smoking gun showing that President Trump colluded with Russia. And if each of these claims has proven to be false. But the lies have continued. In fact, they have become compulsive, and they continue right through to this very day. The lies weaken this body, and if left unchecked, threaten the rule of law, our election integrity, and the civil rights of his targets. The words and actions of this member were dangerous and untrue, knowingly untrue.
I looked across the chamber as Marjorie Taylor Greene launched into Schiff with full force. She called out his history of false claims, reminding everyone how he misled the American people for years. Schiff tried to maintain composure, but every word Greene spoke tightened the pressure. The room grew tense, and you could almost see Schiff struggling to hold on to his credibility. Then Harriet Hagman stepped forward. Calm, firm, and armed with facts, she backed up Greene's accusations. She spoke of Schiff's record, his disregard for transparency, and his role in fueling division. Schiff didn't even attempt to interrupt. His silence said everything. The impact was undeniable. Two strong voices exposing the weakness in Schiff's defense. As the questions piled up, Schiff had no answers. Normally quick with spin, he sat there cornered, unable to mount a defense. The silence became its own humiliation. Greene and Hagman controlled the floor, hammering home their points while Schiff looked on, powerless. The clash wasn't just about words, it was about accountability. Greene and Hagman demanded answers for Schiff's past actions, from misleading investigations to wasted taxpayer resources. Their combined force left Schiff exposed, and even allies in the room looked uneasy. The political theater turned into a courtroom with Schiff in the role of the accused. By the end, Schiff was speechless, Greene and Hagman triumphant, and the audience stunned at how thoroughly he had been flattened. This was more than a heated exchange, it was a defining moment that revealed just how vulnerable Schiff has become. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on Capitol Insights, drop a like, and share your thoughts below. Was this the final blow to Schiff's credibility? Let's talk about it in the comments.